Hi, True Crime Alert family and friends. I'm so glad you guys come back to join me again. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys. And you know this. I appreciate it. I just seen this. This is part three of a CNN special report, Gabby Petito and the Hunt for Justice. This is part three. I have not seen part one and part two. So I thought I would start with part three. I don't know why. And then I'm gonna watch part four, and then I'm gonna make a playlist with all four of them. So I thought I would watch this one with you guys. So let's get going.
The tent is just coming in on me. The wind is so bad. I've just been sitting here like this for a while.
Gabby! Where's Gabby?
Brian Laundrie's home in Northport, Florida. It's not just the last place he was allegedly seen and a key part of the investigation, but it's now a circus and part of the mystery that has captivated the nation.
I found something really interesting.
I can't sleep until he's found.
The disappearances of both Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie turned this case into an internet sensation. Tips from amateur sleuths poured in to the Find Gabby Facebook page. And on TikTok, posts with the Gabby Petito hashtag have been viewed more than 1.3 billion times. The mystery has online detectives hooked. Remember one of the last text messages Gabby's mother received from her daughter's phone? According to authorities, that text read, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls." The warrant says Stan is Gabby's grandfather's name, but her mother says she never called him Stan. It didn't take long for some on social media to claim Gabby may have been trying to tell her mother she was in danger, suggesting the word Stan is an acronym for Send the Authorities Now. Adding to the intrigue, Brian Laundrie's Instagram post in which he shares he's been reading the book Lullaby about a serial killer on a road trip. Cyber sleuths also can't stop dissecting all of the alleged sightings. The hiker who says he saw Brian Laundrie on the Appalachian Trail on the border of Tennessee and North Carolina, and the woman who says she caught a glimpse of Brian Laundrie in the background of her selfie, taken at Florida's Fort DeSoto Park.
This can be helpful, but it can create a lot of noise for law enforcement, for them to go through.
Rumors that Laundrie was hiding out in Puerto Rico lit up the internet after the account for what may be one of Gabby's hiking apps appeared to show that her phone was on the island. We don't know if this is actually Gabby's account, and experts say something like this could easily be faked. As far as we know, none of these leads have panned out. But some social media sleuths have been in touch with the FBI and may have helped them pinpoint the Wyoming National Forest where Gabby's remains were discovered on September 19th.
Hi, my name is Miranda Baker, and on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand-Teton National Park at 5:30 at night at Coulter Bay.
TikToker Miranda Baker told authorities she believes she and her boyfriend picked up Brian Laundrie when he was hitchhiking in Wyoming. That would have been 5 days after Gabby last FaceTimed her family. Baker says they picked him up at Coulter Bay, about 17 miles from the Spread Creek dispersed camping area in the Bridger-Teton National Forest.
He had told us that him and Gabby were not camping on a regulated campsite through the national park, that they were camping basically out in the middle of nowhere along Snake River. This is key information. He said that he had hiked for days along Snake River, but when looking at his backpack, it wasn't full, and he said all he had was a tarp to sleep on.
He did say he had a fiance and that she was working on their social media page back at their van.
This is Jackson Lake Dam, where Miranda Baker says she dropped Brian Laundrie off. It's less than 10 miles from where she picked him up, so he wasn't in the car very long. She said that he told her he was going to walk across the street to that parking lot and look for another ride to keep.
Okay, you guys, I've heard this before. I know you have too. But everybody thinks the reason why he's doing all this hitchhiking is because he's trying to establish an alibi. Like, I left and I came back and she was like this. But if that is true, why did he just let go of that alibi and take off? What happened to his plan on using this as an alibi? I don't know. He sounded like he was, he had a plan. He was going to get, a couple of rides, hitchhike, a couple of people see him, and that was going to be his alibi. Like, I left her, came back, but what the hell happened? What happened that he decided to bunk that plan and go home? I don't know.
On hitchhiking. Norma Jean Jalovic says she saw Miranda Baker's TikTok video and realized she may have picked up Brian Laundrie soon after he got out of Baker's car. She says she was on her way home from church when she stopped for a man matching his description, who asked her to take him to the Spread Creek camping area. And he had the same story. His fiancée was working on their travel blog in their van, and he'd been camping for days along the Snake River. She says she called the FBI and the Jackson, Wyoming police to report all of it.
You want people out there who may have just had a fleeting contact with them that helps sort of fit the timeline or help piece together the timeline, and it's a piece of the puzzle.
On August 27th, 2 days before the reports of Laundrie hitchhiking, video bloggers caught a glimpse of a white van parked in the Spread Creek camping area in Bridger-Teton National Forest, which borders Grand Teton National Park. Jen Bethune and her husband Kyle believe the van they saw was Gabby's. What did you think when you saw that van in your footage?
I was just speechless. I mean, the whole world just fell out from under me. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
They say they spotted the van around 6:30 p.m. that day, and they didn't see anyone near it. The video bloggers sent us the coordinates where they say they saw that van, so we're trying to find that location right now. They said it was about 2.5 miles in or so, and the van was right on the road. This dispersed camping area is an undeveloped campground that offers few services. It is on the eastern boundary of the Grand Teton National Park, and the views are breathtaking. While we don't know for sure, this clearing could be where that van was parked, certainly based on the distance that we were given. It is right on the road, so anybody walking by or driving by certainly could have seen a van parked here. Video blogger Jen Bethune posted the video and also called the FBI, then uploaded it to the FBI's tip site. She says she sent it to the Find Gabby Facebook page too, prompting Gabby's mother to reach out.
We had a good cry as two moms, one to the other, and she just told me that she loved me and she couldn't thank me enough for finding that footage for her.
On September 19th, the very same day the Bethunes posted video of that van's location, investigators located Gabby's remains in the Spread Creek dispersed camping area, about a 10-minute walk from where the van was parked in the video, according to her stepfather. Perhaps these amateur sleuths helped investigators zero in on where to search in this vast forest.
Social media has been amazing. So I'd just like to thank everyone, for that. I do. It is greatly appreciated. That was very helpful in bringing our daughter home.
Can you tell us anything about what's going on inside?
All right now.
While some tips from the internet may be helpful, investigators are making progress on their own. Authorities issued an arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie, not for anything having to do with Gabby's death, since he has not been named as a suspect. Authorities say that he allegedly used a debit card that belonged to Gabby while he was making his drive back to Northport. Experts say it's the FBI equivalent of a red alert.
There are a lot of good strategic reasons to have a warrant outstanding, a federal warrant outstanding. It puts him in the system, if you will. It's called the National Crime Information Center, NCIC. That database shares information with law enforcement across the country. It also gets his identifiers into the international system, Interpol. If you were to try to cross borders, it puts them in the U.S. Customs system.
Coming up, warning signs Gabby Petito may have been in danger and possible mistakes made in the investigation. There was a missing person and a fiancé who came home without this missing person.
Right.
That's not enough to keep tabs on someone 24/7.
Well, first of all, I'm not saying we didn't do that.
with the Gabby.
Well, he said, who's to say we didn't do that? Well, if he did do that and they were watching him, I don't think they were keeping very close tabs on him because he's gone now. So maybe they were watching him. Maybe he slipped away. Sounds like he can do that. He's done it before, he can do it. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. What do you think of this? I didn't know the internet sleuths were going to come on there, but they are my favorite. Well, we'll see you on the next one. Comment below and let me know what you think. Bye for now.